As you know, Northern Iowa was a heavily passing offense. Well, for 2 years they were running, 2 years they was passing. I mean, fix that. But you had an opportunity, man, every day in practice, going against some of the best receivers in the nation. As a matter of fact, all these guys have pro experiences. DJ Ward, Alonzo Clayton, Mike Furry, Eddie Berlin. Just gives the viewers the opportunity to explain who was the best wide receiver overall and they styles.
Um, Actually, in practice, I got like you talked about, B. I got to go up against some of the best receivers in the country at the time. Where Dedrick Ward, a 9-time pro, a Super Bowl champion, a Gateway Conference All-American, great receiver that I got to go up against every day in practice. And I think that helped my game in so many ways because when you're going up against a person of that caliber, you have nothing but to rise your game up or to work on your game. You watch film, you see what you could have did better. He's challenged you every day. So you take a person like him, was great. Then you have a person on the other side of the field, Alonzo Clayton, where Dedrick was a smaller, faster receiver, 5'9", ran a 4.3, and then you take Alonzo Clayton, who was 6'3", running a 4.4. So the strides were different, the routes were different, just the abilities were different. So going against the different styles, and it just helped critique me into the player I was. And then after they left, it didn't get any easier. You brought a Mike Furry in from a transfer from Ohio State, which was running into 4.4s, great hands, caught everything inside, run great routes. And then on the other side of him, you had a person like Eddie Berlin, which when he first started, he was a little rough around the edges. He had the talent, but just, mastered his craft and became into this great receiver. So every day I was challenged by different receivers every day.
So if you had to pick one receiver, who's the best receiver?
Overall, I'd probably have to go with Dedrick Ward. Like I said, as for speed, route running, and hands, he had the full package and ended up playing 9 years in the league and in the Super Bowl ring.
Who was the best teammate you ever played with in high school and in UNI?
Probably
And pros.
and pros.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with pros. I'm gonna work backwards.
Okay, that's cool.
Probably the best team that I ever played when the pros was Ron Rice. Still a lifelong friend. Safety for the Detroit Lions. Ended up playing for about 10 seasons. Just overall, just taught me a lot. Took me under my wing as a rookie and just kind of tried to show me the ropes. Told me the things to do, things not to do, how to study film, the little details, things that you might not pick up. In the pros, probably DJ Ward. Like I said, he was my college
You mean
roommate.
college?
In college, I'm
Okay.
sorry, it was probably DJ Ward. He was my college roommate, and like I said, I got to be able to see the other side of the ball instead of just looking from a defensive angle, watching film with him, seeing the keys, seeing the things he likes to attack about a DB. So that helped me. And then in high school, it's kind of hard to say. I think it was multiple people. I can't just pinpoint one that was great. I think just overall, different teammates had different styles, different techniques that helped my game. So.
Okay. Who's the best athlete you've competed against? Pros, college, high school.
Like I said, I'll start from the pros again. Probably Randy Moss. Randy Moss, and I think everybody knows who Randy Moss is. I had the opportunity to play against him in the pros and play against him in college at Marshall. Overall, just a great athlete, a great talent, and will be a Hall of Famer one day. As for high school, probably Donald Hayes. Didn't pan out completely, but like I said, he was outstanding high school athlete. Ended up going to the Wisconsin Badgers and playing for them for 4 years.
Okay. What kind of advice can you give athletes who may one day be in your position, have the love of basketball, end up playing football so they can get free education, have a stellar college career, end up having a bad senior year, not a bad, but didn't have the expectations, going, first round project, go to fifth round. What kind of advice can you give them guys?
First and foremost, get your athletics together. Your parents will preach you every day, study, 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 and you might be a little hard-headed, but at the same time, get your academics together because when it's all said and done, this game isn't promising to no one. Like I said, 1% of people make it in this game, where you got to have a college degree to fall back on, and I was blessed to do that. Next, work, 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 work. Where just because you're thinking you're working hard, do that extra set, do that extra rep, do that extra sprint, that extra distance run, because someone is working harder than you, every day. They're in the same position you are. They're fighting for that position. They're fighting for that starting role. They're fighting for that stardom. Everyone wants to be an elite player and wants to be great. So continue to work hard. Continue to use other people that you know. Use your peers. Ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Ask questions. Reach out. Watch film, watch tape. Pick up any little thing that you can, and like I said, continue to strive to be great, and don't let no one tell you can't be great. And just because you might have one bad game, one bad season, don't quit. You can still overcome. You can still achieve your goals.
What is one model that you always live by, Ty?
One model that I always live by, my dad used to always tell me, you need to be a better man than what I am. And I put my dad on a pedestal. He, to me, is an outstanding, great person that I look up to today. So, in my goal, I want to be a better man than my father was to me.
Ty, man, I want to thank you for this opportunity, man. You're a great person, man, great teammate, and I wish you the best in the future. And I hope that one day again we can do another interview with you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right. This is Athletes Live Network exclusive interviews. Once an athlete, always an athlete.